Shield of Israel 144, Brother Karatazar, back again with another lesson. Hey, and this lesson is called Israel, Keep the Commandments. If you are so-called black, native, or Latino through Negro or Indian descent, you are the children of Israel, God's chosen people, according to archaeology, biblical prophecy, and history. I'm just going to kick it off by going to Matthew 4:4. And it reads, "But he answered and said, It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God." Like I said, Israel, keep the commandments. In the book of Matthew, it was told to the children of Israel that you're going to live by every word that proceed out of the mouth of God. Now, that word is Hamashiach Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Christ. He is the word. And also the scriptures that was written before Hamashiach Yahushua, the words that was written in the 5 books, which is called the Torah, that was given to Moses when Israel came out of the wilderness when they left Egypt, right? So we're going to get the account of what Christ said out of his own mouth from Matthew 4:4. We're going to go to the book of Deuteronomy. I think it's chapter 8 and verse 3, right? And it says, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8 and verse 3. "And he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger and fed thee with manna, which thou knewest not, neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee know that man doth not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Lord doth man live." And this is where Christ got it from, because when Christ was walking the earth, the book of Matthew wasn't written yet. The book of John wasn't written yet. Mark, Luke, Romans, Corinthians, none of these books was around when Christ was walking the earth. So only books that they had and scriptures that they had back in them time was from the Old Testament, So like I said, the title of this is Israel, Keep the Commandments, So let's go to Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, right? This is what the Lord, said that we have to do. And it reads, this is Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Say, "Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man." So like I said, if you are so-called black, native, or Latino, or Negro, or Indian descent, you are the children of Israel, and you are commanded to keep the laws of God. And first and foremost, you have to fear the Most High. Once you start fearing the Most High, then you start doing what the Most High told you to do. And this is the whole duty of man, to keeping the commandments. Let's go back and see where that comes from, because the Bible just repeats itself over and over again. Let's go to Deuteronomy 10 and 12. And it reads, "Now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require thee, but to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good." So these commandments was given to you for your own good, that you may live and prosper and walk in the ways of the Most High. Like the scripture said, we are commanded to live by the word of the Most High God of Israel, to walk in his ways, to keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. Give one more verse. We're going to go to John 14:15. This is the book of St. John's 14 and 15. And it reads, "If you love me, keep my commandments." Christ said, keep the commandments out of his own mouth. We are, like I said, we are required to keep the law, statute, commandments, so that we may prosper and have long life, and walk in the ways of the Most High God of Israel. We suffering through these curses in Deuteronomy 28 because we disobeyed the Most High God of Israel. We have all these things, all these plagues upon us, these curses that keep us down, that keep us sick, that keep us in poverty, and keep us under oppressor. And we have to start coming back to the law, statute, commandments, because we can reverse these curses. This brother Karatazar, Shield of Israel 144. Shalom.